Give us a question. Can a mother forsake a suckling child? The general answer seems to be God forbid, but not when people enter survival mode. So we want to study the survival mode of the African families. Okay? There's a condition that if care is not taken and if not well understood, people just value their own survival. So there was famine, and we would never have imagined that mothers would begin to sell their children. And they started. They didn't just sell their children, they were eating their children. That a mother will cook, boil, and shear and cut to pieces her own sucking child. And she will watch herself and her friend eat that child. And they are looking at the other child and they know within their heart that we are going to eat yours tomorrow. It happened. Okay? When families enter survival mode, they feast on each other. They feast on each other. Okay? It happens. So what does it mean to feast on your child? To make that child a delicacy. Even when you know that the outcome of this is that this child will cease to exist. The mother of a Yahoo boy who is defrauding people to make money is feasting on the child. It doesn't matter how long she goes on her knees to pray for him. That's survival mode. The father of a thief who knows that the boy is stealing but can't stop him. Because after all, he's using the money he's stealing to meet family needs. They are feasting on that child. The pastor of a corrupt politician who is stealing and killing people but can't bring him correction because he's giving seed and tithes to the church. He's feasting on that guy. Okay? And if we're going to deal with the root of this, we must also address where the church is complicit. Judgment will begin from the church. Have you seen people that they know that what my child is doing will kill him, but we are all enjoying the money? The younger sister, the younger brother of a corrupt politician that is killing people and stealing money, and they are enjoying it together. They are feasting on the guy. So it is very easy to look at these things and judge the people and say, until you discover the areas that we all are complicit to corruption because of survival. Where we all have found a way to accommodate lies and corruption because of survival. When we get these things right, okay, people who are corrupt will not find space in the church. They will know that they have to wash their hands because we will not need their blood money. The blood money from corrupt people is an oath of silence. And it must be addressed. If it is not addressed, silence will look like wisdom when the nation is getting destroyed. Are you following what I'm saying? So as mothers began to feast on their children, I've seen these things happen. In fact, there are places that mothers go to pray for their sons that are busy doing internet fraud. I've seen, in fact, there was a case that happened in Osun State. Sorry, I mentioned the state. The mother took her son to an herbalist to go and use the girlfriend. The mother doesn't like that boy. She's only after her own survival. That's not love. I've shown you what love is and what love is not. Do you understand what I'm saying? Anybody who knows what you are doing will kill you, but can't tell you because they are enjoying the proceeds. That's not love. That's bad. Do you understand what I'm saying? We must have a new generation that is questioning things. And we are not a part of these lies. Do you understand what I'm saying? This affects us as church. It affects us. That if you are seated in church and we know that you are lying, you are defrauding people, you are stealing commonwealth of the nation. Okay? When election comes, you campaign in church, we clap for you, but you still kill the members when they are in their own houses, just so you can win. These are things to question. Is that okay now? These are things to question. Okay? These are issues. So, the mothers began to hit their children. I said, when families enter survival mode, they feast on themselves. It is very easy to point accusing finger until you have discovered that you too somehow may be enjoying proceeds of unjust gain from an elder brother somewhere that is lying, stealing from the company, or a younger sister. Do you understand what I'm saying here? We are either principled or we are not. If people bring money that we know that anybody, the salary accorded to this office should not be able to afford this kind of seed, we can't pretend not to know that you stole it. Do you understand what I'm saying? Hey, God. That's why I said it's going to be dangerous this evening. Do you understand what I'm saying? We know how much politicians are earning. So if you bring money that is more than your annual salary, there's nowhere else you've gotten it than stealing. So to say, I don't know, after all, bring it, God bless you, is to feast on him. It is the same case. So there is the church in Nigeria that has entered survival mode. There is the family that has entered survival mode. To heap all the blames on family and detach the church is to lie. And we must understand that. So many of these people have found out that we are buyable. They found out that we have a price for subtle campaign. We have a price. And it's time to throw away the tables of the money changers in church. Do you understand what I'm saying? Let me run you through the history of the church. I will come back there later. All right, so there is a form of this subject that we have not touched. And you see, once you begin to deal with subject like this, people get emotional. You start confronting emotions. This thing is teaching. Families are different. Listen to what I'm saying. We are addressing core issues. Do you understand what I'm saying here? We're addressing what? Core issues. All right? That there is a way things are to be done. And if we are not getting it done that way, it is dysfunction. Okay? The plan of God for the family is the father, the mother, the children. Okay? And according to God's original design, the man is the provider. Provision doesn't end until the children are solid. If we don't break that pattern where pressure is on some to do the unfinished work of others, they will not fulfill God's plan for their lives, because they have to start from where somebody stopped, and they may never become what they were designed to become. That's what we are dealing with. Do you understand what I'm saying here? They may never. Okay? And the cycle just continues. And in most cases, in fact, some children now seem to have found out that families don't respect you until you have money. So either way is to get the money. If you kill to get the money, kill. We have in our songs now, people say kuku do ritual. Because we seem to have exalted money regardless of the means. Do you understand what I'm saying? We seem to have exalted money regardless of what? The means. We seem to have exalted just have it. We don't care how you get it. And that's corruption. These are issues that the church must not overlook. These are issues we must deal with. That if you have a son, that the place is working, is earning 150,000 naira, but is using 2 point something million weekend for Dorime, it calls for question. You must not allow poverty get so deep that you can't question where money is coming from. That's what we are talking about. We have girls in prostitution beside the road that they are spending money home. The mother knows this girl is not employed, but this girl keeps sending money home every week and they are collecting it. When they know one day they will use this child for ritual. But let us survive first. When people enter survival mode, wickedness take hold of their lives. Do you understand what I'm saying here? And we have to address it. This is emancipation. This is freedom. Okay? It is God calling us to order. It is God calling us to adjustment. It is God saying there's a way to do it. It is God saying we can do it right. And these are issues. Let me say this to you. I want to say this on record. And it is not a way to spite what God is doing in Nigeria. Okay? But take this from a pastor. We are not ready for anything good in this nation until we have dealt with the excesses of the church. Take this. We are not ready. I've said this again and again. See, the things I'm teaching now, they will come back and listen to it. But I hope people will not be in trouble when they will have to. You have to check. In what way are ministries benefiting from lawlessness? Let me leave this subject. I don't think we are ready. Do you understand what I'm saying here? It's a matter of excesses. I saw a video, and I'm not one to call people out. You know my life. I just prefer to focus on my assignment. But I saw a video that shook me to my core. A pastor called somebody out. Say, you, Mr. So-and-so, come here. Come. Kneel down. This. I want 150,000 naira from you. I want it now. This is somebody's father. You are saying to kneel down. And you say, I'm not forcing you. Sir, this is manipulation. Say, am I forcing you? No. Am I forcing you? No. I want 150,000 there. Can you give me? Say yes. Say, go and send it now. They'll come and pray for you. How? God changed Nigeria. He will have to start. We are not ready until these matters are addressed. Do you understand what I'm saying? Listen to what I'm saying. Please stand up. The same way, if you are going to deal with political structure of Nigeria, you have to make politics less attractive. There is a way ministry have become so attractive for thieves. Annual salary of an average prof in Nigeria, let's say an average prof is earning 500,000 per month, 450 to 600,000, depending on where. So annual salary you have between, let's say, 5 to 6 million. That is not up to half of what they used to buy vehicles for politicians recently. So what does it pay to become? A professor or a thief? Huh? Do you understand what I'm teaching? Oh boy, do you understand what I'm teaching? I'm going to say some serious stuff. So. Let me say this. Anybody who is in ministry must know that one day you stand before Jesus and give account. Are you following what I'm saying here? Oh, Nigeria this, oh, Nigeria that. Many of those who are destroying this nation have found refuge in church. And it's time to throw away the tables of the money changers. The moment pastors don't have a price, politicians will adjust. Oh, he's saying this because they are young ministries. People have not started bringing in millions. Nonsense. You need to understand the kind of things we have rejected. You think at this level I've not had, because I don't talk. We don't. People that will want to sponsor your ministry so they can buy your voice. Okay? These are issues, sir. And I don't want us to get emotional. What is not good is not good. Don't get emotional. When we teach on black tax, we are not saying don't be kind to your parent. We are saying there's a dysfunction in the order. Everybody seems to gather and feast of the one who is doing a bit better. And people don't care. If that one dies, let's just survive this season. I call it survival mode, and that's why I showed you that scripture. So what do you do if you have found yourself in that situation? How do you survive? Do you know that there is a way you'll be neck deep in black tax and miss your future partner? The person will just look at you and calculate, can I handle all this responsibility? Firstborn out of 7 children, this is what she's doing. The father is doing this, the mother is doing this. Me too, I'm coming firstborn out of 19. All these ones are there. I like this girl, but if we come, we're going to hurt each other, and the two people will miss each other because they inherited what is not theirs. These are issues. Do you understand what I'm saying? These are issues. And we must get it right. So is it good to give? Yes. And I showed you on Sunday. In fact, the Bible says that he that gives to the poor lends to God. Poverty is a bad thing. But the solution to poverty is not just money. Poverty is there in the first place because of a knowledge gap. Proverbs 24 from verse 2. Through wisdom a house is built. By understanding it is established. Through knowledge the rooms are filled with pleasant riches. So if there's going to be abundance, there's a body of knowledge you must have. Is that okay now? If anybody gives you money without that body of knowledge, you will not know what to do with it. It is that body of knowledge first. Okay? So what you do to solve poverty problem is not just throwing money in the air. It is, we need to solve knowledge problem. We need to deal with mindset and orientation. Poor people wear the most expensive things. Okay? They use money for the most unnecessary things. It's a mindset. Are you following what I'm saying here? Because the culture is wired in such a way that we say things like, it is the way you dress that you be addressed. Fantastic. Okay? So it's good to look good, but at your cost, at the level of what you can afford. Are you following what I'm saying here? People, let's think. Let's think. Two young people are planning to get married. They don't know what they are going to eat after marriage, but they are going to put all those money for a colorful reception. Why? It's mindset.
God is here.